Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Sarah Chevrolet, the low payment people. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Meijer, your destination for sporting goods and equipment. ClearVision.Pro, the supplement athletes trust to maximize visual performance. Better vision, better results. And Snethkamp, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come visit Telegraph Road's newest Dodge and Ram truck dealer, serving Detroit. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to the 5-time Emmy Award-winning State Champs. This is the show that puts a spotlight on high school sports throughout the state of Michigan. We are proudly presented by our friends at Lawrence Technological University. Their motto, possible is everything. Lauren Plant and Kiera Lancaster, your hosts for the next half hour as we dive into another wild week of prep sports action.
It is a great time of year if you're a high school sports fan. It's the final weekend of the football regular season, and we've got all the drama as the teams try to play their way to the postseason. The drive for the title has already begun for boys soccer, and we've got selected district action for you guys as well.
That's right, and Lauren Jabara is going to go in focus on the amazing journey of Dearborn's Mustafa Khalifa from a refugee in Iraq to Michigan State recruit. It's been a wild ride. Tom and I will talk a little about credibility in our Mr. Football decision-making, and our Meijer main event this week is from Ford Field, the Detroit Public School League championship game between Cass Tech and King.
It doesn't get any better. Let's get the show on the road. Here come the highlights. This is the Football Fury.
We begin with a big Cascades Big 8 Conference crossover. The Washtenaw County area's Flying Dutchman of Manchester, 5-3, needing a win to guarantee the playoffs for the 9th consecutive year. But they had to do it on the road at Homer, located about 30 minutes southwest of Battle Creek, both teams district finalists a season ago. In orange, Homer already qualified for their 4th straight postseason. Picked this up second quarter, trailing 7-6. Junior quarterback Jordan Sherman knew before the snap he was going long to the senior Caleb Chamberlain. 57-yard touchdown. Trojans took a 12-7 lead. Back comes Manchester, next possession. Junior QB John Ziglia calls slant. Braden Ballard obliges. 42-yard score for the senior. The Flying Dutchman led at the half, 14-12. But Homer would always have an answer. Sherman was 10 of 17 passing for 182 yards, passed to Cody Turner, and check the concentration. 36-yard touchdown. Trojans led 34-20 into the 4th. Just too much Homer. The senior Hunter Wilson will score from 40 yards out. He finished the night with 198 yards on 24 carries. Homer beats Manchester 40-27. The Trojans head into the Division 7 playoffs, winners of 7 straight. Now let's head to the Grand Rapids area as we introduce for the first time on State Champs, Jason Hutton.
Thanks, Lauren. We start in the OK Red, where Hudsonville hosted Rockford. The Rams with a 1-game lead over Granville and the Eagles. First half, Rockford hands up the middle to Nick Isley. He's in. It was 7-0 Rams at the half. Third quarter, back comes Hudsonville. Senior quarterback Jack Mandrick going to keep it himself. Gets up the middle and into the end zone. Extra point, no good. It's a 7-6 ball game. But just over 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Mandrick going to keep it himself again. This time he bounces outside and in. Hudsonville wins 14-7. Hudsonville, Rockford, and Granville all share the OK Red title. Same scenario in the OK Blue. West Catholic with a 1-game lead over Grand Rapids Catholic Central and tonight's opponent, Allendale. Second quarter, Gaetano Vallone out to Zavon Scott, dives in. West Catholic led 17-9 at the half. Third quarter, Allendale. Colton Clute goes to his big tight end, Nate Umlor, the Western Michigan commit, hauls it in for the score. It was a 17-15 game. Fourth quarter, freshman, head coach's son, Owen Burke in for the score. Allendale wins 30-27. West Catholic, Allendale, Grand Rapids Catholic Central all share the blue. On to the Wolverine, Three Rivers and Vicksburg. Alex Minger to Tyler Moore for the score. Three Rivers had a 14-0 lead, but it's 14-7 with 1 minute to go. Brendan Lovell, look at this catch by Blake Rankin. All Vicksburg needs is the extra point to force overtime, but it is blocked. Three Rivers wins a thriller, 14-13. Both teams enter the playoffs at 7-2. Now for a look at the Lansing area, let's go over to Sarkar.
Thanks, Jason. Holt facing Grand Ledge, and Holt has a 17-7 lead in the second half, going to extend it here to 24-7. What a great touchdown run there by Josh Adato in for the score. Grand Ledge down 30-13 in the fourth, but on the comeback path. The Comets block the punt. Cal Johnston scoops that one up, brings it down to the 2. GL closes the gap to 30-20 on the next rushing touchdown, but the Comets run out of time. Holt extends its record to 5-4 with a shot at the playoffs, beating Grand Ledge 30-20. Undefeated Lake Fenton at Williamston. Willie needs a win to get to the postseason. Hornets up 31-26 in the fourth. Jackson Pollock to Kerry Haney. He gone 38-26 Williamston in the fourth quarter. Final minute, Lake Fenton looking to answer. Jackson Nevadomski going to pass, throws up a prayer. Michael Walters comes down with the INT. Williamston hangs on to win a wild one, 38-35. The Hornets are headed to the postseason. Grass Lake facing Springport. Springport QB Dallas Berger fakes the handoff, and on the keeper, the defense has no chance to catch up. He houses that one. Springport takes a 20-13 lead. Grass Lake answering back though when Jonathan Luchka drops back, hits Jared Henry with a great catch. Game tied at 20. Later on, Luchka hands off to Luke Coppernall, who brings it home to extend Grass Lake's lead. Grass Lake wins 43-27, taking the 2016 Cascade Championship. For State Champs, I'm Jay Sarkar.
Congratulations to all the teams this weekend who punched their ticket by getting win number 6. Now the man to my right is Tom Markowski. In my humble opinion, he's the #1 high school football expert in the States. Been on the beat for nearly 40 years, and he does his due diligence when it comes to ranking teams, blue chippers, and of course, for the last 8 years, our Michigan Mr. Football race. Now, we've discussed the criteria, but let's be transparent about our selection committee. Our crew, our guys who have seen, talked, and written about high school football for a long time and are good at it.
Well, it's not my award. It's not Lauren's award. It is State Champs Award. And we have a panel of experts that discuss it. We actually meet more than once about the Mr. Football. We discuss big plays that were made during the seasons, eyeballing each of these players, what their teams did during the regular season. It can get a bit of a heated discussion at times. You might have a favorite. You might have a favorite area where a player comes from. But what it comes down to is exchanging of ideas, discussing pros and cons, what the player did in a big game. All of these things go into the mixing bowl of us picking our top 4 first and then our winner.
Absolutely. And our selection criteria is at our Hungry Howie's Mr. Football voting page at statechampsnetwork.com. What sets this award apart from any other? The fans have a say, and it could be the deciding factor should everything else even out. So you need to vote, and vote often. And also, this is not a senior-only award. Although an underclassman has never won the award, Davison's Tariq Reed is a junior, and he's got a shot. Now, there's one more week for someone to still be put into the final top 10. Next week, we lock it down. There are several solid players on our watch list, so stay tuned.
Hey, put that remote down because we have more football highlights coming up, plus district action in boys soccer. But first, Lauren Jabara goes in focus on a very special individual. Stay tuned to State Champs.
Did you know that Lawrence Technological University ranks 5th among U.S. colleges for boosting graduates' earning power?
RSVP now for our Blue and White Tour on October 28th so you can meet students and faculty while exploring our 100 undergraduate, master's, and doctoral programs.
At Lawrence Tech, everything is possible, and possible is everything.
It's October, and that means the pink pizza boxes are back.
There's no way cancer will win. Not when so many people are committed to the cause. Hungry Howie's has raised over $1.5 million.
$1.5 million.
For the National Breast Cancer Foundation.
That means free screenings, education, and research.
When it comes to my mom.
To my sister.
When it comes to me.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I am in.
Simply buy pizza during October, and you'll be giving more than you know. It's love, hope, and pizza time.
Welcome back to State Champs. I'm Lauren Jabara. We're going to take you in focus with a student from Dearborn High School who has an inspiring story about how he ended up here on the football field.
The hardships that I went through, I'm maybe like a tougher person, so I'm pretty good when it comes down to that.
Hardships that few high school football players have gone through in their lives, but for Mustafa Khalifa, it was his childhood. Growing up in war-torn Iraq, sports took a backseat to survival.
A lot of killing was going on. I was a little kid, so I didn't really know much about it. But really for my parents, it was pretty hard for them, especially, we lived 5 minutes away from the school. And it was even hard for him, to take me to school and just leave me there alone because, God knows what could happen.
After witnessing the murder of a police officer in their own driveway, the Khalifa family decided it was time to get out.
At first, we moved out of Iraq. We went to Syria for about 3 months. And then we left and we went to Egypt. And that's where we lived for about a year. And when we lived there, things started getting better there, but we knew we couldn't come back. It was still really bad. So we ended up coming here. We had family here, and we had people in Virginia help us out a lot. We stayed with them for for a good 2 months. When we found our own apartment, we stayed there.
Mustafa's mother, who's a civil engineer, received a work permit to bring her family to the United States, while his dad remained in Egypt. Once the family was reunited in the States, they made the move to Dearborn. The next year, Mustafa enrolled at Dearborn High School, and it was then that Coach Powell first laid eyes on the 6'3", 220-pound freshman.
He was in the hallway, and I teach 9th grade, and I said, "You're going to play football?" He said, "Yes, sir." And the next year, we got him to play.
He would always see me around the halls. He teaches freshmen. He always see me, and he always bugged me about it, so I ended up coming out.
From there, Mustafa grew both on and off the field. The now 6'6", 285-pound offensive tackle is a force to be reckoned with. He began getting looks from many big-name schools and officially committed to Michigan State this offseason.
I started getting recruited by Michigan State pretty heavy around February, and that's when I started taking visits there. And then they invited me down to their camp, and that's when I did pretty well, and they ended up offering me then.
As Mustafa looks toward the future, he carries with him those childhood experiences that have helped shape the young man he has become. In Focus is presented by ClearVision.Pro, the supplements athletes trust to maximize visual performance. Better vision, better results.
We begin the Ultimate Sports Blitz with the volleyball matchup between Farmington Hills Mercy and the Clarkston Lady Wolves. First set, Mercy getting it done all around. Huge dig here by sophomore Grace Kane. That would set up the freshman Jessica Mruzik for the spike. Lady Marlins take the first set 25-17. But Clarkston would get warmed up after taking the second set. Game point for the Lady Wolves. The 6'1" junior Abby Malinowski from the back row for the kill. The home squad leads 2-1. Mercy would edge out Clarkston in the fourth by 3 points to force the tiebreak, and Mercy would go on to take the final set 15-10. Division III District Semis, boys soccer, South Christian in white hosting Unity Christian in blue. First half action, great effort on the corner kick for Unity. South's Jake Tanis going up and over to make the save, but gives up the rebound in front of the net, and Unity's Caden Shaban cashes in. Right before half, Unity's Hunter Vanderveen lets one rip from outside the box, grazing the crossbar and finding the back of the net. Unity Christian over South Christian 2-0. We wrap things up with Division I District Finals, Saline hosting Skyline. Weather not so friendly in this one, but on goes the game. Scoreless until the second half. Saline with the free kick from inside midfield. Perfectly placed ball finds the head of Nick Scott. The junior accurately places it in the back of the net for the lone goal of the game. For state champs, I'm Jerry Mack.
Sierra Chevrolet is proud to recognize the hardworking people in the communities they serve with the Sierra Chevrolet Community Awards. October Student of the Month award was given to Nathaniel Lee, senior at Roper High School. Nate was one of the 10 students chosen nationwide to be part of the National C-STEM Youth Commission. He has loved building robots since he was a child and is part of the Roper's robotics team. Sierra Chevrolet is happy to award him as the Student of the Month.
On behalf of Sierra Chevrolet, I'd like to congratulate Nathaniel Lee on being the Student of the Month. Congratulations.
Thank you to Sierra Chevrolet for choosing me to be Student of the Month.
If you go to school in the Sierra Chevrolet community, I'm talking about Birmingham, Bloomfield Hills, West Bloomfield, Southfield, Novi, or Berkeley, you can nominate a student, an athlete, or even a teacher to be recognized by Sierra Chevrolet here on State Champs. Please go to our contact page at statechampsnetwork.com, and more football highlights are coming up, so stay with us.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser. Your team or school can sell paper pizza certificates that can be redeemed for one medium pizza at participating locations.
Hungry Howie's makes it easy. It's just a little mini pizza box, but we make lots of money, lots of dough.
Go to DoughRaiser.com to learn more and sign up. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
Everyone is posting selfies these days, but at Sarah Chevrolet in Southfield, we're using them to show our customers what makes us special.
Like our extended hours. We're open until 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday, so you can shop on your schedule.
Plus, more money for your trade, up to $1,000 more than Kelley Blue Book.
Picture yourself in a new Trax LS for just $77 a month, Equinox only $107, or a Malibu LT as low as $115 a month.
Only at Sarah Chevrolet on Telegraph, north of 696 in Southfield. Does this one make me look fat?
No.
We were born here. We grew up here. Raised our kids here. Went to school here. We live here. We are the home team.
When the game is on the line and you need to make a play, it is imperative that your body is working at its full capacity. You've spent the time in the weight room, studied the playbook, but don't neglect your vision. ClearVision.Pro was designed to improve visual tracking and field awareness, leading to better hand-eye and body-eye coordination. Improved reaction time leads to maximum physical performance. Get the HD advantage that'll put you on top of your game. Get ClearVision.Pro.
I'm Ryan Slocum, back to the Football Fury in the Flint area. Fenton had already locked up a share of the Metro League title, but Linden could earn a share with a win. Josh Zarnata steps up and hits Alex Marshall. He grabs it from his knees to put the Tigers up 21-14. The Eagles answer, Aaron Sarkon going to Aaron Steedman. He's got nothing but grass in front of him, and he scores to make it 21-all. But like they always seem to do, the Tigers come up with the big play in crunch time. Zarnata to Zach West for the game-winning score. Fenton takes it 28-21, keeping it 6th straight Metro title all to itself. Freeland and Frankenmuth met for the 2nd straight season with both teams sitting at 8-0. The Falcons blew out Muth twice last year. That wouldn't be the case this year. Eagles down 7-0 in the 4th. Jared Davis leads them down to the 15-yard line, but Muth wouldn't make it any further. They'd have to settle for a field goal to make it a 7-3 game. Freeland marches down into the red zone. Zach Townsend looks like he has a touchdown, but he's out of bounds. Muth would take over on downs. Eagles were at midfield with only 8 seconds to play. They were hoping for the Stanford miracle, pitching the ball all over the place. But there would be no band on the field this time. Freeland gets the stop and wins 7-3 to finish the season 9-0. Now let's head to the UP and Sam Ali.
Thanks, Ryan. We begin in Escanaba as the Eskimos hosted Kingsford. First quarter, Eski down 7. Cody Vandermissen gets the ball, and he would barrel his way into the end zone to tie this game at 7. A little later, Eskimos on the punt. Kevin Roberts with the block. Keeps his eyes on the prize, and he falls on it in the end zone for the touchdown as the Flivers take a 14-7 lead. And they would keep their foot on the gas, handoff to Roberts, and a few yards later, he's in the end zone. Kingsford led 21-7 at halftime, but Escanaba would stage a furious rally as they go on to win this high-scoring affair, 49-42 the final score. Now to Felch. North Dickinson closing out the regular season at home against Bark River Harris. First quarter, Garrett O'Neill keeps it on the option, keeps his balance here, and he would take it home for 6. 27 yards in all, made it 6-0 ND. The Nordics would go for 2. O'Neill not running, he's passing. Jared Miller hauls it in for 2. North Dickinson led 8-0 after 1. We go to the second. The Broncos with an answer. Jace Briggs finds his way home from 3 yards out. 2-point conversion was good. That tied the game at 8, but the Nordics were just on fire tonight as they go on to win this one, 56-24, the final score. For the Football Fury, I'm Sam Ali.
It's time now for this week's look inside Lawrence Technological University. The brand new $16.9 million Taubman complex is home to the Marburger STEM Center. This nearly 40,000 square foot 3-story structure links the existing science and engineering buildings.
Anything that has to do with robotics is going to be there. Anything that has to do with life sciences, so biomedical engineering, cell and molecular biology is going to be there. And so that will give even more opportunities for students to collaborate, to have projects that are interesting and innovative.
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics have been part of Lawrence Technological University's DNA since the university was founded in 1932. Get more information on the incredible Taubman complex and how this new addition on campus is leading the way in technology-based education. Visit LTU's academics website at ltu.edu/academics.
Don't go anywhere because the Meyer main event is up next. 2 top teams in the state of Michigan battling out for bragging rights in the city of Detroit. We head to Ford Field for the PSL Championships up next on State Champs.
When the game is on the line and you need to make a play, it is imperative that your body is working at its full capacity. You've spent the time in the weight room, studied the playbook, but don't neglect your vision. ClearVision.Pro was designed to improve visual tracking and field awareness, leading to better hand-eye and body-eye coordination. Improved reaction time leads to maximum physical performance. Get the HD advantage that'll put you on top of your game. Get ClearVision.Pro.
We want you. We are LTU, Lawrence Technological University, and is one of the nation's best schools for engineering, architecture, and technology. We don't want just anybody. We want students who are curious and driven. Students who want to change the world through technology, science, and design. So if you believe that possible is everything, we want you at LTU.
Snap Camp is Metro Detroit's original Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, and we're still making the best deals every day.
During the Jeep Celebration event, lease a Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $259 a month, or a Ram Crew Cab 4x4 as low as $178.
Celebrating 25 years of giving customers a superior buying experience. That's Snap Camp on Telegraph Road in Redford.
Snap Camp, Metro Detroit's original. Snap Camp, Snap Camp.
Welcome back to State Champs, and these are the kind of Meyer main events high school football fans live for. There is no bigger rivalry in the city of Detroit than Cass Tech and King. It dates back multiple generations. Last year's PSL title game saw King without several key players, yet finding a way to take down the Technicians. Both teams made it back to Ford Field in their respective division state championship games. This is the last final test before another playoff push begins. Fourth straight year, Detroit Cass Tech in the PSL Division I title game, unbeaten and our number 1 team in the state and number 15 in the nation, seeking revenge from a year ago as they took on the defending champs 7-1 Martin Luther King Crusaders here for the 5th straight year. Their only loss this season 3 weeks ago at the hands of the Technicians. Getting right into the action, Cass Tech with the ball. We ISO'd the Mr. Football matchup between Donovan Peoples-Jones and Ambry Thomas. Rodney Hall deep to Jones on the fly pattern, and just like that, Jones with the touchdown, 7-0 Cass Tech. King, the defending Division II state champs, trying to answer. Still in the first and driving, sophomore quarterback Jaquan Finn handles a low snap, rolling, but his pass picked off brilliantly by Donovan Williams. Stayed 7-0 Cass Tech after 1. For the seniors, last time these two would play, and Technician senior QB Rodney Hall on a mission. Sells the fake, takes it to the outside, got some good blocking, he rumbles 40 yards to the house, a little flip for 6, leading Crease to 14. Second half now, and Cass Tech knocking on the door again. Hall selling the fake again and going alone again. He will find the paint again, and the Technicians up a whopping 28-zip. Just before the end of the third, King will get into the end zone. Finn will let go a perfectly placed ball into the hands of Ambry Thomas. He's by the defender. After 3, King trailed by 22. It wouldn't be enough because Cass Tech remains unbeaten. They beat Martin Luther King 41-20. The Technicians, once again, kings of the city. Hall talked about the driving motivation for this team this year.
I think it's our senior class, 2017. We've been playing together I think a lot of us been starting since 10th grade. At least 10 or 12 of us been starting since 10th grade. So, we've been playing together for a long time. We've been having long summer practices. Everything's clicking this year. We're on a goal because we haven't won a state championship. Coming into Cass Tech, people have won state championships, so that's been the goal. And we haven't exceeded that goal yet, but we're trying to get it this year.
The main event is presented by Meijer, your destination for sporting goods and equipment. I can't tell you how much we love doing this show, and we hope you love it too. We love hearing from you, story ideas, games we need to be at, or you just want to talk high school sports with us. Go to our contact page at statechampsnetwork.com.
And if you want to talk high school football with Lauren, Tom, and Ryan Terpstra, listen to the State Champs Scoreboard every Friday night from 10 to midnight on 97.1 The Ticket, Metro Detroit's #1 radio station. The guys give away tickets to sporting events, restaurant gift cards, and even Hungry Howie's Pizza. All you have to do is interact with the show. And even if you don't live in Southeast Michigan, you can still participate on the Facebook Live feed. It's like a TV show of a radio show. It's really cool, and it happens 10 to midnight every Friday night, all football season long on 97.1 The Ticket and Facebook Live.
She said a mouthful. All right, stay connected with us all week long. Tom and I will break out our annual playoff prediction videos on social media, so follow us on Facebook and Twitter at StateChampsNet and let us know just how wrong we really are. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week right here on State Champs. State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Sarah Chevrolet, the low payment people. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser, your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Meijer, your destination for sporting goods and equipment. ClearVision.Pro, the supplement athletes trust to maximize visual performance. Better vision, better results. And SnethCamp, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come visit Telegraph Road's newest Dodge and Ram truck dealer, serving Detroit.